Hi there, students. Rooted to the spot. If you're rooted to the spot, you can't move. This is a metaphor. It means you're unable to move. I was rooted to the spot with fear. I was rooted to the spot with amazement. I was rooted to the spot with surprise. Okay, so if you're rooted to the spot, you're not moving. You don't flinch. You're riveted to the floor. You're rooted to the ground. Rooted to the spot. This is a common metaphor. You're just unable to move from where you're standing, usually because you've been really frightened or really shocked or really surprised. I stood rooted to the spot after seeing the car accident. As I went into the house, I saw this ghost coming towards me, and I was rooted to the spot. We have this phrase, like a rabbit in the headlights, or like a deer in the headlights. Maybe you're driving at night and suddenly there's this rabbit in the middle of the road, and the rabbit is rooted to the spot, staring at the car, and it's terrified, it's unable to move. Typically somebody appears to be rooted to the spot, becomes rooted to the spot. He stood there rooted to the spot when the muggers pointed a gun at him. He was terrified and stood rooted to the spot, glued to the spot as well. When I saw the dead body, I just stood there rooted to the spot. Everybody told me to run, but I was just rooted to the ground. I was rooted to the spot. I couldn't move. Yeah, so it's talking about not moving because of some strong emotion. And it's this idiom where the plants are, the roots of a plant, particularly of a tree, go down into the ground, and it means that you can't move. So if you're rooted to the spot, you're absolutely terrified, or there's some sort of strong emotion going on. I was rooted to the spot with embarrassment. I was unable to move. We just stopped there, rooted to the spot, unable to move, unable to go anywhere, immobile, motionless, stationary, static, still, but it's a nice way of saying it, paralyzed with fear, completely immobilized, unmoving. Yeah, he stood rooted to the spot, unable to move. She was rooted to the spot with amazement. He was rooted to the spot by surprise. She stood there rooted to the spot when she saw the dead body. I was unable to move and remained rooted to the spot. I found myself rooted to the spot in disbelief as I saw the scene unfold towards me. The victim was rooted to the spot while the lion moved slowly towards them. I was really, really embarrassed, and I stood there rooted to the spot. So, yes, I was walking down the street, and there were a group of lions, and I just stood looking at them, rooted to the spot with terror, with horror. They told me to go on stage and make a speech, so I climbed up onto the platform, took the microphone, and suddenly I was rooted to the spot. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. If you're rooted to the spot in front of the microphone, that could be rather embarrassing. That's where you need to perform. Okay, so rooted to the spot, formality. I think I'm going to give it a 4, maybe even a 4.5 in formality. It's a nice little metaphor. Yeah, and your roots are going down into the ground, which means that, well, you're just unable to move. So, rooted to the spot.